Hello, my name is Jen, and welcome to Practice 3 in your Bird of Paradise series. Today's practice is going to emphasize warming up the shoulders as well as abdominal strengthening in preparation for the peak pose Bird of Paradise, which will come in the next practice. We're going to start at the front short side of the yoga mat and have your blocks there, and you might also have a strap up at the front of the mat. We're going to stand in mountain pose. We're going to allow the arms to come down by the sides, turning the palms to face open to whatever is in front of you. Noticing how, as the palms turn open, that creates a gentle opening from the chest bone out across the chest muscles, creating the quality of openness. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Soft sigh out through the mouth. Deep breath in, circle sweep your arms out to the side and reach them up. At the top, interlock your hands, flip your palms to face upward to the sky, taking a full body extension. We're going to do a few shoulder pulses here. So as you breathe in, let your elbows bend so that the knuckles come to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, press your palms back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, bend your elbows, knuckles come down. You might even exhale out through the mouth, soft sigh. One more time, breathe in. Breathe in here, exhale, let your hands release. Float your arms out and down. We're going to do that again. Take a breath in, sweep the arms open and up, interlock the hands, flip the palms up. This time, find a gazing point in front of you. Engage your belly button in toward your spine. Stay here or balance pose, rising up onto the balls of the feet, elevating the heels, feeling the strength of the feet, especially at the bases of the big toes. That'll help to stabilize the outer ankle. Engage through the core. Take another breath in. Now, as you exhale, you're going to lightly lower your heels back down. One more breath in. Exhale, let your hands release. Open the arms, bend your knees, swan dive your body forward over your leg. Let's take a couple half salutes to start warming up the backs of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the blocks or maybe your shins. Lengthen out through your spine. And exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse your swan dive. Rise all the way up. Exhale, let's swan dive forward again. So let your arms go open and wide as you bend your knees, hinging the body forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the blocks or the shins or maybe even down on the floor. Exhale, fold back into the legs. Inhale, bend your knees and reverse. We're going to do that one more time. So on the next exhale, again, swan dive your body forward, bend your knees, leading with your heart. Inhale, lift halfway, hands on the blocks, the shins or the floor. This time on the exhale, we're going to be bringing those blocks with us as we step the left foot back into low lunge. So lower the back left knee down to the mat. We'll do some low lunge, half split flow here. So breathe in, that's your low lunge. And as you exhale, move your hips back in space, rocking onto your right heel. Breathe in, rock the body forward, low lunge, tip the hips down toward the earth. Exhale, half split. One more time, inhale, right foot's coming down, low lunge. Exhale, moving the hips back, half split. Inhale, come into low lunge and then into high lunge. Step your right foot back into downward facing dog. From that downward facing dog, take a moment and gently walk up through your knees and through your feet. We're going to end up lowering the knees down into tabletop, coming down onto the elbows and the forearms. We're going to take forearm plank. So you can have your hands either interlocked or hands together in prayer. Press into your forearms, and as you do, feel your belly button draw into the spine. You can always walk your knees back and take the modified plank pose. We're pressing into the balls of the feet, engaging through the core, and then floating the knees up into the forearm plank. There can be a tendency to hang the head. So see if you can think of the crown of your head like a flashlight. Just gently reach the crown of the head forward, draw the chin slightly in. On your next exhale, let your knees come down, let your thighs and your hips come down. Slide your hands back underneath of your chest, take your tailbone down, float the legs and the chest into Locust Pose. Stabilizing the pose by drawing the tailbone down, feeling your belly button draw in toward your spine. Elbows hug into the sides of the body. Keep the chest up, lower the tops of the feet. Inhale, curl up a little higher, Cobra. Exhale, down dog, or come through tabletop and then downward facing dog. Take a moment, pause here. Steady the hands. Give rise to the sitting bones from the rooting of the hands down toward the earth. Weights going into the right foot. Inhale, left heel's going to reach up. Nice and high, down dog split. Exhale, curl the left knee in. Step the left foot through and take the back right knee down into low lunge. Slide the blocks beneath your hand. Inhale, low lunge pose. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. One more time. Inhale, rocking the pelvis forward and down. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge into high lunge. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Walk out a bit through your knees and your feet. Lower the knees down to the mat, come down to the elbows, forearms. Prayer hands are interlocked. Press the forearms down, engage through the belly. Either walk the knees back or walk the balls of the feet back. Press the balls of the feet in, maybe lift the knees away from the floor. Forearm plank. Draw the chin in. Steady your gaze downward. See if you can soften around the eyes. Take another breath in. As you exhale, let your knees come down, your thighs and hips. Slide your hands back underneath of your chest. Inhale, Locust Pose. Tailbone down as the legs and the chest float up. Gaze is down and eyes are relaxed. Keep the chest up. Let the tops of your feet come down. Inhale, curl up a little higher. Breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Take a moment here. On your next inhalation, bring your gaze between your hands. Walk or lightly hop your feet to the front of the mat. Adjust your blocks. Inhale, take halfway lift with your spine. Hands on the blocks, the shins, or the floor. Exhale, folding into the legs. Inhale, begin to bend your knees and reverse your swan dive. Rise up. Prayer hands coming together and then down into your heart. We're going to take hold of the strap for the cow-faced arms. So unwinding your strap. We're going to let the strap come into the right hand, stretching the right arm up toward the sky. Allow your right elbow to bend so that the hand comes down to the middle of the upper back. Your left hand is going to extend, turning the palm back so the thumb points in. Roll the shoulder up. And then roll the shoulder back, catching hold of the bottom of the strap. Gently press the back of the head into your hands and engage the low front floating ribs in. Okay, slowly releasing your left hand, stretching your right arm up and open. Notice the difference between your right shoulder and your left. Take the strap into the left hand. You're going to reach that left arm up and along the side of the face. Bend the left elbow. Reach the hand down. Now your right arm goes out to the side. Turn the palm back. Roll your right shoulder up. Move the shoulder back and then allow the right elbow to bend. Catching hold of the bottom of the strap. Draw the low ribs in. Steady your gaze. Another breath in and out. Slowly release your right hand. Slowly release the left. Taking your strap, just sliding it out to one side of your yoga mat, coming back up into the mountain. Turn your palms forward and notice the openness across your chest. Breathe in, circle sweep your arms up by your ears, and exhale, bend your knees and swan dive your body forward. As you land here, take your feet just a bit wider, heel toe the feet out, a couple inches out to the right and the left. Bend your right knee. You might place your right hand on the block and slide your left hand up to the left hip, turning the belly and the chest to the left. Take the gaze down here toward the right hand. We're going to take the left hand, either leaving it there, starting to loop it across the low back, creating a half bind. The back side of the hand lands around the right hip, palm faces out. We bring some openness to the left front of the shoulder. Last inhalation. As you begin to exhale, start to unthread that left hand down. Heel toe your feet back under your hips for a moment. As the left hand comes down, put the weight into the left foot. Inhale, sweep your right heel up into a version of standing split. As you exhale, bend your right knee, curl it in behind your left. Take a curtsy squat. Lower the hips down toward the floor. And then inhale that standing split again. Reach out through the right leg and exhale, curl the right knee in. Inhale, reach out through the right leg, standing split. Exhale, set the right foot next to the left foot, inner feet together. Bend your knees, keep the knees together, squat pose. And we're going to use the engagement of the core to see if we can float the hands up over the heart. Prayer position, version of toe balance. Take a breath in. Relax your shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your hands down. Take your hips back up. Go a little wide with your feet. Keep your left hand down, bend your left knee, slide your right hand up to your right hip, and begin to turn through the belly and turn through the heart, turning the chest to the right. Keep your right hand at your hip or begin to loop it around the low back. The right hand will land around the left hip, palm facing outward. Deep inhalation, turn the heart, create some stretch for your front of your right shoulder. On your next exhale, slowly unwind. Allow your right hand to come down. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Weight goes in the right foot. Inhale, send your left heel up into this version of standing split. Exhale, bend your left knee. Curl it behind your right knee. Notice your abdominal muscles engage as you create that curtsy squat. Inhale, left heel's going to reach up, reach out through the crown of the head, and exhale, curl your left knee behind your right. Take your hips down. Inhale, send the left leg back up. Exhale, set the left foot down right next to the right, inner feet together, bend your knees. Hug the knees together, engage through the abdominal region. So belly draws in, low front ribs come in. See if you can keep the hands on the blocks or place the hands at the heart. Relax through your shoulders. All right, on your next exhale, let your hands come down. Take your hips back up. Move your feet apart. Breathe in, halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, take the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, so just a few pendulum swings. So these are Cobra down dog swings. You can always lower the knees and take tabletop in place of these. These are just great for strengthening the spinal muscles and the core muscles. So as you inhale, come forward into plank. Let your hips start to melt down to the floor as your heart draws through. So it's like a melting into Cobra. Exhale, draw your belly in and low ribs in. Send your hips up and back. You can always come through tabletop and then down dog because that'll make it easier on your low back, a little gentler. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Okay. Inhale, take your knees down to the floor, tabletop position. We're going to ground down into the right hand. We're going to lift the left hand and dive it between the right hand and the right knee. So you come down into thread the needle. Left ear comes down onto the floor. So you can keep your right hand where it is. You can walk your right hand forward, taking a little bit more elongation in the right side body. Okay. Last exhale here, and that right hand will walk in and you'll unthread, come up all fours. Shift into your left hand. Right hand's going to dive between your left hand and your left knee. Come on down to your right arm, right ear. Keep your left hand where it is or stretch your left arm forward. Creating that twisting action and the openness, especially around your right shoulder blade. Walk the left hand in, come up to both hands. Breathe in, release through your belly, lift through your heart. Exhale, you're going to start to round the back. Bring the big toes together, knees go wide. Settle your sitting bones into child's pose. Forehead on the floor. You can stack your palms. Create a little pillow for your forehead. Settle your body. Settle your breath. As the body and the breath settle, the mind sinks into a greater place of spaciousness, stillness. Okay, last round of breath here. We're going to rise up to our seat. You can either come to seated Thunderbolt, so sitting on your heels, or just come around to simple cross-leg. As you arrive, let your hands come together at your heart in prayer. The light within me bows to that same light that exists within you. Namaste.